it's important to keep getting tests, keep getting these metrics. Like there's so many tests you can use that's going to give you a better picture. So we're taking all these pieces of the puzzle and then we're helping you put them together to make the picture of who you want to be. Okay.
Stay sleeping.
We're live. So Tom is joined by his co-host, Nolan, today. If you're all watching on YouTube or Facebook Live.
She's literally the best co-host I've ever seen.
We're talking about blood testing today. And so we've been implementing this for 4 or 5 months, maybe a little bit more, with some of our coaching clients in the gym at Greater Purpose. And it shows some pretty cool data and it gives you a lot of information. So we use Inside Tracker and in Canada, you do a mobile blood draw. So they come take your blood and then they send it off and they give you all these biomarkers. You can do genetic testing. You can do your inner age. You can do obviously different metrics or biomarkers of your blood. You have more tests, more markers, less. And then the really cool thing is it gives you advice. It guides you in some habits. So lifestyle habits, so sleep, exercise, and then it has nutrition habits, it has supplementation. And then it also recommends if things are really out of sorts to go see your doctor. So I think that's a really cool thing.
Obviously, I think that when you're recommending, well, in everything it says, obviously talk to your doctor before you start certain things, but it's really cool because they have a team of doctors and I think RDs that make these prescriptive models for each kind of area of your blood work. So lipids was one of them, cholesterol, testosterone and hormones.
Free testosterone, yeah.
I can't think of all of it. Iron,
zinc, vitamin D,
magnesium, all the good stuff. And so depending on the person, age, goals, all that kind of stuff, it's really cool to see, when you're putting work in, depending on what phase of your journey you're getting this blood testing done, it's cool to see how it can change from the beginning of your journey to the end. Well, there's no end, but a few months in, or kind of just having a baseline of where you're starting, or really knowing the areas that you super need to focus on. And so it's a really cool way to have another metric to look at for progress, as opposed to just like weight or just what's happening in the gym or those kinds of things.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like one of the coolest things I think that we've been able to expand over the years has been like the amount of markers that we are able to measure. Not only, like you said, from body weight, percent body fat, skeletal muscle mass, like we did with the in-body scanner when we brought that in. But like CrossFit as a whole, they've always said like there's sickness over here and there's health on this side. And so how many, like your kind of the measurement of your own health is how many markers you can get over into or closer to the fitness side of things. So that takes into account so many different markers, and the more we can shift over there, the better. And there's a lot that we can tell by just what's going on in your blood. And so by getting an idea or a little bit of insight into what's going on the inside, it's been really cool. I know Matt shared one with me, and there was like someone getting told that they should probably eat dark chocolate at breakfast. Like, that's pretty cool.
Bonus.
You need a little bit more iron here, dark chocolate for breakfast. Or someone was like, you're actually maybe getting too much sleep. Like, it might be suppressing a certain amount of growth hormone that, like, if you sleep for maybe just an hour less each night, you could feel better, well rested, and also have more of this growth hormone going on to help you with your recovery and your workouts and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And just from the limited results that I've seen anyway, but I don't know what other like kind of examples you guys have seen, but those are just two that came to my head.
Yeah. Examples.
Do you want to talk about yours?
I don't really have too much in there that I need to.
Let's talk about Matt
getting real excited about taking vitamin D, and then you had a little bit too much.
So I had too much vitamin D in there, so I took it, and it's a fat soluble supplement. So I just stopped taking it for a while. So it can show you that too, right? And that's the thing is, a lot of people get so excited and focused on supplementation, which is really important, but you're going to see way more results with lifestyle shifts.
Yeah.
Exercise, nutrition, better sleep. And this gives you that advice. And you can also see I'm wearing a Whoop, right? So there's different things like Whoop, there's Garmin, different brands that tell you how long you've been in REM sleep for, how long you've been in light sleep, how rested you are. Because it's not about how much you work out. It's about how well you recover and have these nourishing, I guess, fitness deposits, I call them, right? Like you can recover, you can rebuild your muscle. And another cool thing about this is a lot of people tend to get away from just attacking the whole person, not attacking them, but prioritizing the whole person. So when we see things out of sorts, let's say we have too much body fat, we don't have a lot of muscle mass. Let's say our vitamin D is low. Yes, you can supplement for vitamin D, but when you are prioritizing the whole person, when you're exercising consistently, when you're eating properly, all these markers, these metrics, like Tom said, they're going to move towards fitness. So we've kind of gotten away from that over the years, is just thinking that we're going to try to pinpoint this one thing to make everything good instead of prioritizing the whole person to make every single marker good.
Yeah, I think blood testing does a really good job of that, because I think it, you can't hide anything in your blood, right? So I think it can show a lot of things like our stress markers. And also there's some really cool blood tests that we can do that show kind of your choices over long-term, as opposed to just like more recent lifestyle change. So like for those of you familiar with blood testing, like a hemoglobin A1C tells you what your sugar levels have been over the last like 120 days versus like, what does your immediate nutrition look like? So I always tell people like, you can't hide, because this will tell me what you've been doing for the last few months. Right. So I think it's just a really good way to see the big picture of not just nutrition, but also things like stress. What is stress actually doing to your body? What are the factors that are influenced by that? The reports that it gives, I think this is not a like sponsored podcast for Inside Tracker, but I do have to say they do a great job of just reporting what the tests actually mean and what kinds of things you can do to improve. And then obviously our job as coaches is to help our clients actually implement those and make a plan for what that looks like. So, yeah, I really appreciate it as a coach, just being able to see the inner workings of what our clients are going through and what's working and what still needs work.
And yeah, I should also say that just comment below if you're interested in getting a discount to get some blood work done. And if you want us to look at it, we can look at it. And we're not going to prescribe. We're going to agree with what they suggest for you and then help you build routines and habits and a lifestyle around those so that those markers then change. And I should say my testing, there was some different markers I could change. I've been working on my testosterone a bit. It's not, wasn't low by any means, but I'm always interested in optimizing that because it's a big contributor to a lot of good things and a lot of not as ideal things. So
do you want to tell them what your sugars were too?
My sugars were high because I forgot you need to fast from sugar right before.
And
so I had
a
big ice cream cone the night before. I'm a
too
big
many
balance.
Oops. I was going to say too many candies.
Yeah, but all things considering,
pretty good.
It wasn't bad. Like my blood, the sugars weren't too bad considering it was a triple cone. I'm going to just confess.
And we really like candy in this house. So
yeah. Tom, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. Well, Darby and I finished off a tub of ice cream last night too. It wasn't a full one, but it wasn't a full thing.
I like this.
But if we took, I'm sure if we took the blood test right now, it would probably be pretty high too. Like you said, can't hide. But hey,
no, you can't hide.
That's part of the 20%. I was enjoying it. It was good.
Right. As you should.
And also to take note of, it gives you a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
Right. So if you take a picture of freeway or a highway in Canada, it's called the highway at 3 a.m., it's going to look a lot different than the highway at 5 p.m. during rush hour. So that's why it's important to keep getting tests, keep getting these metrics. And that's why I wear this all the time. That's why we test our personal training clients. We test our nutrition clients. We do, like you said, body fat percentage, muscle mass, weight.
Mhm.
We do strength numbers. We do CO2 tolerance tests. Like there's so many tests you can use that's going to give you a better picture. So we're taking all these pieces of the puzzle and then we're helping you put them together to make the picture of who you want to be.
That was beautiful said. Wow.
I was going to say, and now with a level method, you'll get even a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Which is
I feel like we just like put all the pieces together now of like we have all the metrics. Well, I shouldn't say all. I feel confident in the metrics that we have to be able to truly know and understand if a person is at their healthiest, both like physically in the gym. I think our programming and testing is the best it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
The InBody scan, you can't get any closer unless you're doing water submersion in terms of body fat percentage and those changes. So even testing that every few months, and now blood testing, which is pretty cool.
And I think the connector between all of them is the transformation program. So it's the actual
you get all
coaching,
those things.
right? But not even just the things you get, but you can have all the information. You can have all the resources. You can have a perfect program, perfect nutrition plan without someone guiding you through this and helping you implement it and stay committed to it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So it's
I think we tie in the mental aspect of it because there isn't really a test for your mental capacity yet.
Well, I think that's the limiter. What we've seen, I don't know what you think, Tom, but a limiter for most everyone, it's the limiting beliefs or the mindset around everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's one of those things that's super hard to measure. I'm sure there are a lot of tests out there that could
Cold exposure.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good like litmus test in a way to see how stressed you are. But yeah, it's hard to measure how like your mental capacity or your ability to handle stressful situations or your ability to, just your mental toughness. It's hard to measure that. But if we find a really good way to do it, we'll let you know.
I think what it is, it's consistent results over time, right? Because the consistent results gives a picture of the person who's consistent in the work.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of, like you said, it's being able to stay consistent in stressful times or in the extraordinary weeks and
regardless
days.
of what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Of like choosing what you know is best for you despite what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded smart.
Listen to us.
Dang.
Some days, I tell you.
Well, everyone, thank you for joining in.
I just want to see, does Nolan have anything to say?
Nolan, what do you think, buddy?
He says, yep.
He says, sleep a lot.
Sleep, eat, repeat. Perfect. Love it.
There's one step now you missed.
Oop.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could. That's a whole nother podcast subject.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that. Do you want to host that one? Nope.
We'll have Nolan host it. He's the expert.
Yeah, Nolan, you got this, buddy. Thanks for joining, everyone. And if you are interested in getting a discount code for some blood testing, we have that through the gym. I don't remember off the top of my head. So just comment below, say me, put your hand up. And when I say comment below, actually you could comment on YouTube as well. You can comment on Facebook or just reach out to us, book a free call with us to chat if we can help you reach your goals. So our goal is to help people live longer, healthier, more thriving lives, not just long, but functional, confident, and happy lives. So yeah,